Electricity is everywhere, and the salon industry is no exception. Salon professionals depend on the energy of electricity for light, heat, and for electrotherapy and light therapy treatments. It is essential for you to understand the basic theory of electricity and the role electricity plays in cosmetology services. When you watch lightning or feel an electric shock, you have some idea of the power of electricity. Electricity is a powerful and important form of energy. Electricity is a form of energy that produces light, heat, magnetic, and chemical changes. And a salon is full of appliances that use this form of energy. In electrical terms, these appliances are known as loads. They are any device that is waiting to be activated by electric current. The materials that best transport electricity to a load are called conductors, which are silver or copper. This conductor is safely contained in an insulator, which is material that does not allow current to pass through it. A break in any electrical cord can put you or your client in contact with an active current, causing electric shock. Cords that are tangled and full of knots or kinks are subject to breaks in their insulation, and that can put you and your client at risk for an electrical shock. When you see the term amp, it relates to strength. A volt is a unit of electric pressure. It measures how hard electrons are being forced through the circuit. AC generators force or push 110 to 220 volts. Large motors, like those in clothes dryers and air conditioners, may require a higher pressure or force of 220 volts. Ohm is a measure of resistance. It measures how difficult it is to push electrons through a conductor. Appliance manufacturers determine the current needed to operate an appliance and then deliver this power with a wire that has an ohms rating that can allow this flow. A watt measures how much electrical energy is being used. A blow dryer can use 1,000 watts per second. A light bulb can use 25, 60, or 100 watts per second. The term kilowatt is used to describe larger wattage. 1 kilowatt equals 1,000 watts. All appliances should have a nameplate with its operating ratings. Look for it on your tools. It will tell you the voltage and wattage of an appliance. It may also have a UL or Underwriter's Laboratory rating. This means the appliance has been certified to operate safely under the conditions the instructions specify. Electric current comes in two forms. DC, or direct current, means that electrons move at an even rate and only in one direction. Batteries produce direct current. AC, or alternating current, is the other form, which means that its electrons move first in one direction and then the other. AC is produced by generators. It is the current delivered to your wall outlet. Moving electrons through a conductor requires help. This help is referred to as a source. Two common sources are batteries and generators. To produce an electric current, you need a source and a closed path called a circuit through which the electrons travel. If the path is broken, it is called an open circuit. A dryer plugged in and turned on is an example of a closed circuit. When the dryer is turned off, the circuit is open. Overload occurs in an electrical circuit when too many appliances operate off the same circuit. This causes more current to flow through the line than the line was designed to carry. Fires can occur when an extension cord with multiple plugs is used to attach 4 or 5 appliances to one wall socket. Another frequent problem is called a short circuit. This happens anytime a foreign conductor comes in contact with a wire carrying the current to the appliance. To protect against overloading and short circuits, safety devices such as fuses and circuit breakers are installed in many appliances and buildings. A fuse is a device that contains a fine metal wire that allows current to flow through it. If an overload occurs, the fuse will heat up and the wire will melt, breaking the circuit and cutting the flow of electricity. A circuit breaker is simply a reusable device that breaks the flow of current when an overload occurs. If an overload occurs, turn off the appliance. Go to the power box and open it. Inside, you'll find a row of switches. Look for the switch that is in the off position and turn it on. This will reset the breaker and the circuit will again be operating. Human contact with electric current causes a shock and can be fatal. A break in any electrical cord can put you and your client in contact with an active current, which can cause an electric shock. If this happens, you must break the circuit carrying the power by knocking the person out of the circuit using an insulator like a broom, plastic brush, or plastic garbage pail. Then, unplug the appliance, being careful to keep yourself out of the circuit. Finally, rush to the power box and turn off all the circuit breakers. Should an electrical fire occur from an appliance or short circuit, don't put water on it. Unplug the appliance and turn off the circuit. Smother the fire with a rug, heavy towel, or a powder such as cornstarch or laundry detergent. Or use a fire extinguisher. Now that you have a background in the principles of electricity, let's take a look at how electricity is used in the salon. Electric current is used to create three kinds of effects during cosmetology services. Heating effects like a curling iron and dryer, mechanical or magnetic effects like clippers, massagers, and electrodes, and electrochemical effects when electric current travels through a water-based solution in order to produce relaxing or stimulating results. Not only does electricity keep salon appliances running, it also provides the energy for cosmetology services known as electrotherapy. Electrotherapy is the application of special currents that affect the skin in certain ways. Electrotherapies include galvanic and Tesla. Not shown are faradic and sinusoidal. Galvanic current has electrochemical effects and is the oldest form of salon electrotherapy. Galvanic current uses direct current. Since only alternating current is available in the salon, the wall plate must have a rectifier to convert the alternating current to direct current. Tesla, high-frequency current, known as the violet ray, is an alternating current treatment that produces heat. Tesla current can produce relaxation or stimulation, depending on the method of application. There are three methods for using Tesla current: direct application, indirect application, and general electrification. With the direct application method, the salon professional applies the electrode directly to the client's scalp or face. When using the indirect application, the cosmetologist hands the glass electrode to the client before activating the current. This avoids the possibility of an electric shock that could result in passing an active current from one person to another. The client holds the activated electrode while the cosmetologist manually stimulates the area being treated. When finished, the current is turned off before the client returns the electrode to the cosmetologist. Sparking is another type of Tesla or high-frequency current that is used during a facial to stimulate the skin and destroy germs and bacteria. The electrode is held close to the surface to allow the transfer of sparks to the blemished area. With general electrification, the cosmetologist hands the electrode to the client before activating the current. The power is switched on and a generalized tingling or vibration effect is felt by the client. Refer to your textbook for information on faradic and sinusoidal current. Even when you are seeing the light, you're really missing most of it. That's because light is composed of waves, and only 12% of these rays are visible to the naked eye. The balance of sunlight is invisible. 80% is composed of infrared rays, and 8% are ultraviolet rays. White light, or visible light, produces a rainbow when it passes through a prism. The wavelengths that produce red are the longest waves of the visible spectrum. Two kinds of light in the salon produce white light: fluorescent light and incandescent light. Fluorescent light is an economical and long-lasting light source. It can create blue or cool tones in the objects it lights and, for salon use, should be balanced for daylight. Incandescent light is provided by an ordinary light bulb. Salons need a balance of fluorescent and incandescent light to produce a pleasant psychological effect on staff and clients. Cosmetologists use invisible rays of light to produce beneficial effects on the skin. Infrared light produces heat. and is used during a facial to increase circulation and gland secretions, relax muscles, and stimulate cell and tissue activity. The client's eyes must be covered when infrared light therapy is performed. Ultraviolet light rays are the shortest light rays in the spectrum. They can produce positive and negative effects on the skin depending on the exposure time. Small doses of ultraviolet light can tan the skin and kill bacteria that cause skin infections. But overexposure to ultraviolet light can also produce skin cancers. The current trend of tanning booths in styling salons poses serious questions for the professional cosmetologist. When using ultraviolet rays for light therapy treatments, you and your client should wear protective eyewear. Every salon service is dependent on electricity to provide balanced lighting for a pleasing and workable salon environment, to power appliances, and to be the key ingredient for electrotherapy treatments.
I think you miss anything in English. I just watched a video for teaching. Teaching. We're not taking
Before we skip first period this
Do you need this? Okay. No, I was not going to first period this morning.
morning. But she texted me, she was like, what time you get to school?
I said, you better wait for me in the parking lot.
And then tomorrow